Do you ever find yourself putting things off until the last minute, even though you know you should be working on them? If so, you're not alone. Procrastination is a common habit that plagues many of us, but the reasons behind it can be as unique as each individual. While it can be tough to pinpoint exactly why we procrastinate, there are some common patterns we can recognize. So join us in this video to help you break the cycle of procrastination and turn it to the cycle of productivity. I am Linda Granfors.
And I am Alessandro Carpentiero. We at Beyond Sapiens bring personal growth and professional success to you and your team.
If you find yourself struggling with procrastination, it's essential to take some time and understand the reasons behind it. By identifying the root causes of your procrastination, you can begin to develop effective strategies to overcome it and become more productive. One common yet surprising reason for procrastination is fear of failure. If you're faced with a task that seems complex or challenging, it's natural to feel anxious and hesitant to begin. This fear can lead to a cycle of procrastination, where you continue to put the task off, which only increases your anxiety and makes it even harder to start. Another reason for procrastination is a lack of motivation or interest in the task at hand, often deriving from unclear goals or clarity around the activity. If you don't find a task engaging, meaningful, or enjoyable, it can be challenging to stay focused and motivated to complete it. Additionally, if you're not clear on the benefits of completing the task, it can be challenging to prioritize it over other activities that may seem more appealing. Poor time management skills can also contribute to procrastination. If you don't plan your time effectively, it's easy to get overwhelmed by the number of tasks on your to-do list. This can lead to feelings of paralysis, where you don't know where to start, and end up putting off everything until the last minute, as it feels too exhausting. Finally, procrastination can sometimes be a symptom of underlying mental health issues, such as anxiety, overwhelm, depression, or burnout. If you're struggling with these conditions, focusing on anything other than your immediate emotions can be difficult, making it challenging to prioritize and complete tasks. If this is the case for you, your body is trying to communicate about your mental state, and you should take it seriously and listen to what your mind and body genuinely need.
Now that you have gained a deeper understanding of why we humans tend to procrastinate, let's see what you can do to overcome that. Whether you are a perfectionist, have fear of failure, or fear of success, the best recipe for overcoming procrastination is to take action. I know it's easier said than done, but there are some science-backed techniques you can leverage. The first one is to break down the action you're dreading into smaller, more manageable tasks. In fact, if you see your goal as an insurmountable mountain, you'll face a lot of resistance to take action, no matter the industry you're in. And by the way, if you are curious about exploring the topic of resistance, I recommend The War of Art, an excellent book by Steven Pressfield. So while I'm on it, let's take authors, for example. Writing a book is a massive goal that requires months, if not years, of commitment and inspiration with no certainty of success. So how can authors push through the finish line? A common technique is to have the goal of writing 3 paragraphs per day. That makes the book writing process less daunting and helps build momentum toward the final goal. Of course, this can be applied to anything in life. So whether you want to build a global business or lose 10 pounds, the key is to identify the small dominoes that, when repeated consistently, will make you achieve the end goal. While the second technique is to set a deadline and time limit for each task you tend to procrastinate. This not only prevents spending too much time trying to make it perfect, but also helps avoid stress and burnout while making you work more efficiently. By setting, for example, a 90-minute daily slot to write those 3 paragraphs or whatever your task is, you will push yourself to get it done no matter what. The results might not always be perfect, but that's the only way to ensure you don't get trapped in procrastination. If there's one thing I've learned as a former and still recovering perfectionist, is that massive action beats perfect action every single time. That doesn't mean that you have to aim for mediocre work. It simply means coming to terms with the fact that the only way to reach your goals is to do the work and improve on it day after day. And just like magic, you will find yourself on top of that mountain that you once thought was insurmountable.
As we mentioned earlier, procrastination often results from poor time management, so it's crucial to establish effective time management strategies to overcome it. So the first thing for establishing effective time management is to set clear goals for using your time. You can do this by using a calendar, tracking your tasks, and timing your work. This will help you prioritize your tasks and stay focused on what's most important. In fact, you may want to use the tactic of eating the frog first, as Mark Twain says, meaning that you do the most important, challenging, or boring yet critical task as the first thing, to have it done and avoid procrastination. This will also help you rank your tasks, as you will know their importance and urgency, allowing you to focus first on what's essential, ensuring that you progress on your most critical goals. This in turn helps you feel a sense of control and accomplishment, reducing the overwhelm and stress that often leads to procrastination. It's also crucial to set aside specific times for work and breaks, and then stick to your schedule as closely as possible. The reason for this is that if you create a plan but don't follow it, you're communicating to yourself that you don't need to follow your schedule, making you procrastinate easier. So be accountable for yourself. Another thing is to be conscious about how much time you allocate for your tasks. Let's take an example of a basic house chore like making your bed. If you allocate only 5 seconds to make your bed, you most likely can do it, but some cushions may be unaligned and your blanket may be a bit crunchy, but still the bed is made. But does it differ much from an undone bed? Most likely not, which may cause you to question why you need to do it, making you prone to skip the task entirely. On the other hand, if you give yourself 50 minutes to make it, you will have plenty of time to strengthen every cushion corner and sit on the bed on your phone before the 15-minute is over, which also isn't optimal, as you're wasting your time just because you allocated too much of it for that task. This same ideology is true for work tasks. The time you give yourself to do something affects the motivation, efficiency, and quality of the task outcome. And there is an optimal stopping point between time and quality, so try to find this. Do not give yourself too much time, otherwise you will procrastinate as there is no urgency. But too much urgency may overwhelm you and you may skip the task entirely. So seek the balance.
All we've discussed until this point will help you get unstuck and start building momentum. It's important to remember, though, that procrastination is always lurking, ready to take us off rails. It's a battlefield in our minds that we need to overcome every single day. And that's where motivation comes into play. How can you stay motivated? And I'm not talking about the January 1st kind of motivation. I'm talking about the sustained motivation that helps you push through adversity no matter what. That's intrinsic motivation. And to find that, we need to look outside ourselves. When you attach your goals to something that goes beyond yourself and that positively impacts others, you will tap into the ultimate kind of motivation, which is the most effective and sustainable strategy to overcome procrastination. In that case, you will see procrastination as a disservice to your greatest mission. Returning to our book author's example, the key isn't simply writing 3 paragraphs daily, but it's to write 3 paragraphs per day so you can positively impact readers with your knowledge and expertise to help them with something specific, whether that is gaining new awareness and skills or experiencing new emotions while reading. The same is true for business. It's not just about making more money, but making more money so you can reinvest it in your business and get closer to achieving your ultimate vision. This kind of motivation is one of the most powerful forces you can tap into. and I advise you to look for a higher sense of purpose and contribution in all the things you're doing. And before we sign off, there's another powerful force you can leverage: accountability. If there's one thing we as Sapiens really hate, it is letting others down. Most of us will do more for others than we do for ourselves. And to leverage this, you should have accountability systems set in place. This can include identifying accountability partners or groups, setting up regular check-ins and progress reports, and using technology tools to track your progress. Want to hit the gym more regularly? Then find a gym buddy to go with. Want to read more books? Join a book club. Want to get more things done? Hire a coach. You get the gist. Building an accountability structure in your professional and personal life will make you more likely to stay motivated in the long run and finally defeat procrastination.
We hope that you have gained some valuable insights on how to implement strategies to overcome procrastination so that you can progress on your goals and achieve a more productive and fulfilling life. If you or your team would like additional support or breakthroughs with productivity, we offer comprehensive workshops on personal growth and professional success. If this could be something interesting for you, feel free to contact us via email or book a slot through our calendar link below. We look forward to meeting you.
And if you want to gain innovative ideas and solutions to redefine productivity in your business, then please subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss our weekly research-based videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.